All right, thanks, guys. The Padres take on the Reds, 12:35 Eastern first pitch in Cincinnati. The Reds are minus 140, totals 8.5. We saw a nickel move towards Cincinnati and movement upward on the total. The Reds open $1.35 up to 140. Total open 8 up to 8.5. 60% are leaning Padres, 61% shaded toward the over. Right now, San Diego's plus 130 on the money line. The Reds are plus 145 on the run line. We have Matt Strahm for the Padres, Luis Castillo for the Reds. Castillo's 11-5 with a 3.10 ERA and 175 punchouts. Matt Strahm on the other side for the Padres, 5-8 on the year, 5.21 ERA. Cincinnati's 36-31 at the Great American Ballpark. They're also 6th in hits allowed at home, 4th in striking batters out at home as well. The Padres on the other side, winners in just 3 out of their last 9, taking on Cincy. They're also 27th in runs allowed on the road. Now, when it comes to the total, the Padres are 7-3 to the over in their last 10 at the Great American Ballpark. Give me the Reds minus 140 and the over 8.5 runs in that game. Next matchup, Mariners, Rays, 110 Tampa Bay. The Rays are minus 285, totals 8.5. We have Charlie Morton for the Rays, nobody for the Mariners, to be determined. Charlie Morton's 13-5 with a 2.77 ERA, 194 punchouts. The Rays have won 14 out of their last 20. They're also 2nd in runs allowed, 2nd in striking batters out. The Mariners on the other side, 28th in offensive strikeouts. They've also won just 27 out of 64 away from home. They're just 33-59 as the official Vegas underdog. When it comes to the total, the Mariners are 41-23 to the over when traveling. The Rays are 37-27 to the over at home. I'm going to lean Tampa Bay minus 1.5 and the over 8.5 runs in that game. Next matchup, White Sox, Twins, 110 Minnesota. The Twins are minus 175, totals at 9. 10-cent move toward Minnesota. No movement on the total as of yet. The Twins open 165 up to 175. Total opening remains at 9 flat. 71% are leaning Twins. 70% shaded toward the under. Right now the White Sox are plus 165 on the money line. The Twins are plus $1.10 on the run line. We have Lucas Giolito for the White Sox, Jake Odorizzi for the Twins. Now Giolito comes into this game 13-6 on the year, 3.41 ERA, 182 strikeouts. The Twins have won just 2 out of their last 8 at home. They also rank 20th in home hits allowed. Now the White Sox on the other side, winners in 2 out of their last 3 when Giolito made the start. They rank 12th in road hits, 36-28 against the spread away from home. When it comes to the total, the White Sox are 6-1 to the over in their last 7. I'm going to lean Chicago plus 1.5 and the over 9 runs in that game. Next matchup, Rockies, Diamondbacks, 340 Arizona. Pretty much a coin flip in this one. Both teams minus 105. Total at 9. We did see a 10-cent fade of Arizona. They opened up as the favorite in this one. We also saw movement downward on the total. The D-backs open $1.15, down to minus 105. Total open 9.5, down to 9 flat. 54% are leaning Colorado, 69% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Rockies are minus 105 on the money line. The D-backs plus $1.50 on the run line. We have John Gray for Colorado, Mike Leake for the D-backs. Mike Leake comes into this game with a 4.64 ERA. John Gray on the other side for the Rockies, 11-8 on the year, 3.84 ERA, 150 strikeouts. The Diamondbacks have won just 2 out of their last 6. They're also just 4-6 in their last 10. Arizona is winning just 30 out of 61 at home this year. The Rockies on the other side, 7th in scoring, 4th in hits. Winners in 4 out of their last 6. I'm going to lean Colorado, minus 105. And the over 9 runs in that game. Next matchup, Royals, Orioles. 7:05 Eastern first pitch at Camden Yards. Kansas City's minus 115, totals 10.5. Not a whole lot of movement on the money line here. Pretty good two-way action there. We did see movement downward on the total. Once again, Kansas City open and remains minus 115. Total open 11 down to 10.5. 73% are leaning Royals, 57% shaded toward the over. Right now, Baltimore is plus 105 on the money line. Kansas City plus $1.35 on the run line. We have Mike Montgomery for the Royals, Aaron Brooks for the O's. Brooks comes into this game with a 2-7 record. He also has a 6.49 ERA. Now, Mike Montgomery on the other side, pretty bad as well. Just 3-5 on the year, 4.63 ERA. During this whole Royals-Baltimore series, give you a little bit of inside information. I've been picking the teams with the better price point. That's about it. Give me Baltimore plus 105 and the under 10.5 in that game. Next matchup, Angels, Rangers, 7:05 Texas. The Rangers are minus 130, totals 10.5. We saw a 10-cent fade of Texas and movement downward on the total. The Rangers open $1.40 down to minus 130. Total open 11 down to 10.5. 71% are leaning Rangers, 53% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Angels are plus 120 on the money line. The Rangers plus $1.45 on the run line. We have Patrick Sandoval for the Angels. Mike Minor for the Rangers. Minor's 11-7 with a 2.94 ERA and 164 strikeouts. The Rangers are 37-27 in Arlington this year. They rank third in home scoring. The Angels on the other side, 24th in runs allowed, winners in just 7 out of their last 20. When it comes to the total, the Angels are 80% to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean Rangers, minus 130, and the over 10.5 in that game. Next matchup, Nationals, Pirates, 7:05 Pittsburgh. The Nats are minus 150, totals at 9. No movement on the total as of yet, although we did see a 10-cent move toward Washington. They open $1.40 up to 150. Total open and remains at 9 flat. 70% are leaning Washington, 71% shaded toward the over. Right now, Pittsburgh's plus 140 on the money line. The Nats are plus 105 on the run line. We have the big lefty, Patrick Corbin for the Nats. Joe Musgrove for the Pirates. Musgrove's just 8-11 with a 4.59 ERA. Corbin on the other side for the Nats, 9-5 on the year, 3.34 ERA, 180 strikeouts. The Pirates are 20th in scoring, 26th in runs allowed. The Nats on the other side, 37-26 against the spread when traveling, 7-2 in their last 9 at any location. When it comes to the total, the Pirates are 37-21 to the over at home. I'm going to lean Nationals minus 150 and the over 9 runs in that game. Next matchup, Fightin' Phils. Boston Red Sox, 7:10 Fenway. The Bo Sox are minus 165, totals at 12. We saw a 10-cent move toward Boston and movement upward on the total. Boston open 155 up to 165. Total open 11.5 up to 12. 72% leaning toward Boston, 53% shaded toward the under. Right now, Philadelphia is plus 155 on the money line. Boston plus $1.10 on the run line. We have Drew Smyly for the Phillies. Rick Porcello for the Red Sox. Porcello's 11-9 with 109 strikeouts. Smyly on the other side, frowning with a 2-6 record. 7.09 ERA. Boston's third in scoring, first in hits. Philly winners in just 15 out of 43 as the official Vegas and offshore book Underdog. They've also won just 27 out of 59 away from home. When it comes to the total, Philadelphia is 5-1 to the under in their last 6 at Fenway. Give me Boston minus 165 and the under 12 runs in that game. Next matchup, Cleveland Mets, 7:10 Flushing, Queens. The Mets are minus 150, totals at 9. No movement on the total as of yet. We saw a nickel move toward New York. They open 145 up to 150. Total open and remains at 9 flat. 60% are leaning Mets, 73% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Indians are plus 140 on the money line. The Mets are plus 135 on the run line. We have Adam Plutko for the Indians, Marcus Stroman for the Mets. Now, Stroman is 7-11 on the year. Now, I realize a lot of those losses were accrued with a different ball club, but just keep in mind, he's got a 5.17 ERA with the Mets this year. Meanwhile, on the other side, Adam Plutko, 5-3 on the year. The Mets are 20th in hits at home, 28-28 against the spread at home as well. Cleveland, on the other side, 22 games over 500 at 74-52 overall for the year. They're also 35-26 away from home, 36-25 against the spread when traveling. They're also third in runs allowed, third in walks allowed, fifth in striking batters out. Now, when it comes to the total, the Indians are 12-3 to the over in their last 15, taking on the Mets. I'm going to lean Indians plus 1.5 and the over 9 runs in that game.